Hey guys, hope you guys are doing good. Hope you like my shade. They finally came in. Yes, so these are my new shades, and here's the magic. Fold, fold, and fold. Voila! Now I can keep them in my little pouch and stuff, really. So, I'm gonna try to make this quick as I can because it's, oh my god, open house and the day when acceptance students day come to our school. When you were that age, when you were like a senior or junior or something, you were on your way, trotting along, going through your colleges, choosing to do early acceptance or going for scholarships, talk with your parents, and then finally going out and saying, I'm going to go to this college. You on your journey to basically either get in a dorm and like lay back in your room and stuff and do homework, or lay back in your room of your house and do homework. Either or. So coming up is going to be open house, and a lot of people, and apparently one of my houses, or actually my entire house, is going to be toured. So we're going to have parents coming in and out, and they want this place to be extremely, extremely, extremely clean. I guess when I went, it was extremely clean, so I guess that we have to make it extremely clean for them. Especially parents, they seem very particular about like where you're living. Cause like we're like, okay, this is cool. Like I got some room, I got some closet and stores. This is kind of good. I can live with it. And parents like, no, no, no. Is there lighting? Is there anything we have to pay for at all? Just like they're so particular, at least, really, and they wander off. So that'll be fun on the weekend. So yeah, so now I'm gonna clean and stuff, really. But I wanted to talk with you guys and hope you all are doing good. I have been pretty busy and been to a lot of shows, basically about illustration. It's been really cool. Back if you go on my blog, I talked about one of them is about like a senior thesis of a show called Chin Up. I went to that and it was really cool. Here's some, and I'll show you the images that I was really impressed with the most, really. Like, they were really, really impressive. So I love them a lot. They're probably one of my favorites. Like I said, there's a lot of other illustrators that were pretty good too, and like I show them on the pictures on my blog. So if you have any opinions or want to say anything more about that, just let me know. But as overall, like Heather's work was pretty beautiful. It was like the large, realistic imageries and stuff, and I admired her because like she used paints basically with gouache. She does a little bit with watercolor, but usually it's with acrylics and stuff. So it's kind of interesting to see like how you can like combine two different medias than before that I've done. Like I've done watercolor and gouache. This is like with acrylic and gouache. So it's kind of interesting and get to compare and contrast stuff. And then there was another one named Corey Clearly. And I really was excited because apparently he was a student that I kept bumping in once in a while. And in fact, I came into one of his illustration classes during the fall, and that's how he knew me. And we ran into each other, and he invited me to go to a talk, and it was really cool. It was like one of the comic book clubs. Oh no, not a comic book club. It was actually a class. They really they have an actual comic and sequential art class, really. So unfortunately, I'm not going to sign up for that yet. I'm going to take the illustration one class. In fact, I will show you my schedule right now. Yep, there it is. So I'm in it. I'm all good for that. Yeah, like apparently, unfortunately, because of the number of students coming in and the popular major is illustration, a lot of kids are waitlisted. Like this is new. Like this is an online registration. We don't go to the building anymore. This is basically get online, get there at 7 p.m. and just tap what classes you want. But it's very panicky because like the moment it's 7, everyone's gonna go to it and it's gonna bug up and say like this registration is not ready by now. But it's 7. Ugh, I hate it. And especially when the number of new freshmen coming in is 180 students. Yeah, 180. Man, they This is gonna be fun. Geesh, like art class wasn't that big. I think they need to I think the school needs to transition. If they're gonna keep letting in a lot of students, whether they're gonna drop out or transfer, they kind of have to transit into a middle-sized class or something. Like basically, the number of classes are usually from like 12 to 16 students, so they need to expand that size really and kind of transition and adjust to like having larger number of students attending art classes and stuff. Especially for illustration, because that's the very popular student until they go off and like learn about sculpture and any type of illustration, any type of class that's or major that's different from illustration. Apparently, bookbinding is very popular too. And I was thinking of doing that, but I might take that in the spring, really, if they hopefully they do it or not. But just like one of those try and do stuff, really. So yeah, I went. So I went to Corey Clearly's presentation, and where he showed off his graphic novel and comic that he was working with a friend called Tinker. It was really impressive. I'll show you right now. So this actually he had this at his gallery show. These are like his black and white copies, and he had like the official printouts on design, and like give something like this. They're very simplified, but he gave the reason like during his presentation. He's very concerned and important about composition wise, like the panels, they have to make sense and balance off to like the system of going right to left. And I kind of understood that, and I really hope he does really good. I'm gonna definitely want to keep in touch with him, especially when I showed him my comic books pages of my senior year graphic novel Tales, and he was really impressed by that, and he gave me some pointers, and like in fact like he suggested me like if I wanted to continue with watercolor and gouache, experiment with that, like print the pages out on watercolor paper. I'm gonna try to learn and do that really. Like I have like the normal printer that everyone had, but maybe it can work with watercolor, I don't know. So I'm gonna experiment that over the summer. It'll be fun, and I really hope to see him again and like talk and like see how his book is going, because I would love to see like his progression. It's just really important, like especially with it's a senior from this class. It's not like a professional or like someone like a little bit older. It's like someone around your age and generation that kind of understands you a little bit, and you can get their perspective and how they're training themselves. So yeah, that was cool. When no, Tuesday, because we had a faculty meeting in the morning and I didn't really have classes. The only thing I had was a conference with my English teacher, and that was kind of easy. I just kind of went through the improv, and I'll have to do that tomorrow. I'll have time for that, okay. So I went to a special activity or event that the Montserrat does called Montserrat Beyond, or Beyond Montserrat, but it was about branding, like about how you project like or advertise your artwork in the art in kind of like the community that you live in, and I got to see some of that. One of the persons that came was Elisa, and you might maybe you know her work, like Art by Elisa. She said like a lot of the things that they say about their branding names and stuff, like if they ever want to have their own company, is some of their names are very accidental. Like this was probably one of her last things she was thinking of, but overall it worked really well, and it kind of reminded me a little bit like the stuff that I kind of sold out really. Like I used to do I did like one of those panel things with my tutor, and like they were done with like acrylics, and I remember like I had them set up in like a plank, and someone wanted to buy it, and I was like, I don't know, like I was nervous. Like I never really experienced like selling my artwork like at that age, at least. Really, I was just like a junior or something. It was just very new to me. I wish I kind of did sell it, but at the same time like it's still a memento to me at least. So, oh, by the way, she's from Ledger, Connecticut, so good for that. I did not know that, so I got to learn something new. And then I got to meet here's one of her stickers. She liked to draw birds and nature and stuff. That's cool. I have to learn to make tickets. Okay, so the other person I met was I I can't pronounce his last name. No one can really. So he calls himself Daniel David. And this is like his business card pretty much. It's a large business card. Like a playing card a little bit, really. But he does like these really beautiful screen prints and etchings and stuff. If you ever look them up close, they're just so detailed and just colorful with all this. Here's one of his little sticker things that he did. He's really good with perspective and housing and stuff. That's probably one of the most things he's done. Like done Cody Island and like in Chaos and Disrupt, and kind of like brings the nostalgia back in people. He does his own references. Like you take a picture of the put on Photoshop or something, and then like, or print it out, project it on the wall, and then draw it out, and does all the etching and stuff. It's kind of interesting, and like I remember trying a little bit. I need to advance that a little bit more to help like with my perspective drawings. If I remember gonna continue that in illustration, like it's okay to draw houses from memory sometimes, but it just like you're not always sure about the perspectives and all the details and the lineups. It's very confusing for that. So I was overall I'm really happy about going to that. It's really really important. I took notes, so anything I can do to learn a lot more and gain from other artists is really really important, because sometimes there aren't any artists that do that. I remember Dan saying like when he went to school, like a lot of the art teachers like hid away their like artwork and wouldn't show it to people, or like wouldn't you really share their ideas or like how their tips on going on in the world, because they didn't want to steal any of their like what's their boost or show off, or I don't know, their power of art. Really, they feel like the younger generation, but like you kind of know, like you there's like a good and bad thing about that. Like you want to survive and live out, but you also want new things to happen, a generation to pick up and maybe progress in something that you like. I don't know. What do you think? Oh yeah, okay, so I'll show you my artwork. Finals are coming up, by the way, so I have to do another self-portrait, and it has to be like very, imagery like. It's like imaginary. It's basically, doing something about, like imaginary, but you also have a picture reference and have to like form your face or something, and also have like some kind of narrative, tell a story. So that'd be interesting to do. Or I was probably thinking of like, well, I had this weird idea. I was gonna add like a little fantasy because I like the wings. I do embellish about that, and like if you see my artwork and stuff like from high school, you can tell I like wings a lot. So I'm gonna paint those. Hopefully they'll go good. And I'm thinking like adding like I don't know, like it was gonna be a perspective of me on the bed right here, and like maybe have some elements like. And I was really thinking of my old dog Chani, who died like around 14. I think it's around May, I believe. Like, and I was sadly thinking about her like a while ago, and I drew sketches of her. By the way, I'll have to show you so that at the end of the semester, I'll show you my whole sketchbook and like everything inside of it. It's like it's really an achievement, like I said. Oh, here we go. All right. So yeah, this is my sketch of my dog Chani. Of course, she looks like a puppy, but I kind of like thinking of that shape for some reason. I'll have to do some references on some older dogs and like their body type. And I might have a photo of my old dog to like look back on. So I want to include her into my painting. And yeah, all right. So I'll show you all the artwork that I did this year, or like what I finished right now. So yeah, that's going good. The color still life is working a little bit by little. My teacher says I'm doing good. I'm hoping I'm doing good. I'll just have to go back, and then I'll have to make time to go back to my old paintings of Degas and like this other still life, because I also had some tips and people had some improvements, so I gotta get that done before self-evaluation, which is coming up very very soon, and finals too. Like so far I know that I have the painting final out to do, and I have to do 3 life drawings of some sort, either a portrait or a body type of some sort. So, and yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna do 3D still, but hopefully it won't be too hard. But yeah, that's my update. If I'm missing some videos during this time period, just letting you know, I'm probably just working on finals and evaluation. You know how hard working I am, and yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Again, I hope you guys are doing good. I do wish you come down. I really do. I really, really, really do. Especially in this time, if because during weekend, if open house and acceptances are coming, I won't be really doing much. So I'll be alone most of the time. And if I get my friends around, I don't know what they're doing, but someone take me to the movies, please. I haven't been to the movie theaters forever. Oh God, there's so many movies. Ugh. Alright, I'm gonna wrap this up. Love you guys. Hope you guys are doing good. Bye.